Okay, back on the air. I had to figure out why it was saying that it was Metal Gear 2 when it was actually Star Trek, Final Unity. Um, uh, my name is Peter. Welcome to my feed. If you bother to watch, I don't blame you if you don't. My 4th of July plans got unexpectedly canceled, so I thought I would boot up one of my favorite games of all time and show it to you. It came out in 1995, and I had computer games before this one, but this is like the first one I remember having to go in there and work around it to try to get it to work. In fact, my first computer that I bought in 1997 after I got out of high school and joined the Air Force was a Tandy computer that was a Pentium, and I made sure that it worked with this specific game. So I've already mounted my drives inside a DOS box. Now we just go to C colon and then CD backslash STTNG and then STTNG.exe. You don't have to write the exe, but I like to. Spectrum Holobytes. Go to
Captain's log, stardate 47111.1. A Federation listening post along the Romulan neutral zone has detected an unidentified vessel headed for Federation space. The Enterprise is moving to intercept.
At its reported heading and velocity, the vessel will enter Federation
Check
space
out data.
in approximately 47.3 seconds.
Go to yellow alert.
We have the vessel on sensors.
I remember
Ship is a
thinking at the
Garidian
time
scout ship. They
this
are
was
driving
very
their engines
advanced,
too
but
hard.
not
Their
real.
warp core is critical.
The Garidians. What is the status of their relationship with the Romulan Empire?
They're on friendly terms and may share technology.
We are being hailed.
On screen.
Help us. We are fleeing political persecution. We seek asylum. We are being persecuted.
Their signal is breaking up.
What do you make of this, number one?
It could be a trick.
The Garidians have earned a reputation as honorable warriors, Captain. They do not ordinarily resort to trickery.
We are within visual range. The Garidian's warp drive is failing. They are dropping to sublight speed inside Federation space.
Slow to impulse.
Warbird decloaking directly ahead. The Warbird is also Garidian. They are hailing us.
This is an internal Garidian matter. Withdraw at once.
You are violating Federation space.
They have cut off transmission.
It's got some nerve.
The Warbird has locked its tractor beam onto the scout ship.
Go to red alert.
That part I thought looked really good. So a couple of interesting things about that is that this was clearly in the game that was supposed to be the Romulans, and they changed it to Garidians for some reason. And this was clearly supposed to be somebody that was escaping Romulans, but the Romulans caught him instead. I don't know. I think it's because they wanted this to feel canon, and they knew that if they shook up the Romulans, like their political stuff too much, that it couldn't be reflected in the show. That'd be my guess, because it's so clearly supposed to be them, and then they just kind of shoehorn in references to not being Romulan. Like Worf says,
These are the voyages of the
they're known to be
Starship
honorable. I find that hard to believe since they're flying
Its
around
continuing
in
mission to explore
Romulan
strange
ships, and they
new
dress like
worlds,
Romulans and they talk like Romulans. I find it hard to believe that
to
Worf
seek out
would have
new
heard
life,
of these
new
dudes and heard that they were
civilizations,
easy to work with when they
to
take up
boldly
all the
go
Romulan
where
ways.
no one has gone before.
Today's drink is Dr. Pepper. In my Cowboy Slurpee cup. That opening, by the way, boots up every time you start this game with a level you're on. And one of the things I love about it, between this opening here, is you're like, wow, it looks so great. I can't wait to start this game and see all these great graphics in action. Oh yeah, this has the full voice cast and all these did. There was a 25th anniversary version of Star Trek that did not have all the voice cast, and then they added it after some add-on pack. But this bad boy is a CD-ROM. It's 250 megs old. Yeah, it's got the full cast. I am wearing my period-appropriate uniform today. Decided not to put my ring on, so I'm presenting. Crewman? Crewman.
Captain's log supplemental. A Garidian warbird has violated the neutral zone in pursuit of a scout ship. The fugitives may be seeking political asylum, but as yet we have been unable to confirm their intentions.
Wow. That's kind of a graphical downgrade. I love it, though. Riker's always doing this. And I... Either he or Troy always suggests you call Starfleet. We'll find out.
What do you think, number one?
The Garidians respect strength. If we show any sign of weakness, it might just encourage them to fight.
What do you suggest?
Maybe we can use our phasers until they listen to reason.
That may be too strong an action. Mr. Worf, lock phasers onto the warbird, but hold your fire.
Aye, sir. They are locking their disruptors on us.
You know, just might as well point some guns at them, let them know where we stand.
Any insights, Counselor?
The Garidian captain is torn about something, as if she were faced with a difficult dilemma.
She has violated the neutral zone.
It's more than that. I think she has a personal stake in this matter.
Yeah, she's got some nerve, by the way. She violates the neutral zone and then tells you to back down. No, I don't think so. Good range on Troy, though. I mean, those two ships have got to be thousands of miles apart, and she's able to pick up those feelings. Underrated, I say.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
The Garidian warbird is similar to the Romulan Dideridex class. It is less maneuverable than the Enterprise, but it has slightly more firepower.
We'd both take a beating if it came down to a fight.
Our records identify the warbird as the Asirim, commanded by Captain Pintara. Starfleet intelligence rates her as a capable but unimaginative tactician.
Mr. Data, do you have any suggestions?
As long as the warbird maintains a tractor beam on the scout ship, we cannot beam its crew aboard. However, if we maneuvered the Enterprise between the ships, we could temporarily disrupt the tractor beam.
We will have to drop our shields to use the transporter.
I am willing to take that risk.
We'll have to take that risk. Make it so.
Cutscene. Must mean I made a good choice. Hi, kitty boy.
The Garidian's tractor beam. The crew of the scout ship has been beamed aboard.
Captain, the warbird is hailing us.
Make them sweat a second. I knew they weren't going to fire on me. They're not going to fire on a Federation ship in their own space for running a rescue mission. But let's be diplomatic.
On screen.
Federation starship. This is an internal Garidian matter. You've been warned not to interfere.
Surely we can resolve this matter without recourse to further violence. Your presence has given me every right to interfere. Oh, there's more choices. Why have you violated the neutral zone? You will leave the Federation space at once or face the consequences. You have committed an act of war by crossing the neutral zone. No, I won't make them surrender their ship. But I'm not in the mood to be, like, particularly nice. I wouldn't be the best Picard. I'm gonna say... Your presence here gives me every right.
Your presence here gives me every right to interfere. Why have you violated the neutral zone?
Captain, you are harboring dangerous criminals. I demand that you transfer them to my custody immediately.
Okay, I like that first one.
They are now guests aboard my ship. If you return to Garidian space immediately, I will overlook your violation of the neutral zone.
Very well. You have won this time, Captain. But I promise you, there will be a next time.
The warbird is heading back toward Garidian space. They are activating their cloaking device. Captain, our new arrivals are requesting to speak with you. Their names are Lucana, Avakar, and Tabak.
What are your orders, Captain?
By the way, they went back to Garidian space. They're supposed to be inside the Romulan neutral zone, but they went back to Garidian space.
I should like to consider the situation a bit further. Mr. Data, any suggestions?
I suggest we contact Starfleet,
It was
Captain.
Data. I suggest we contact Starfleet, Captain.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
Oh, they're all doing it.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Counselor, do you have any thoughts?
I'm sorry, Captain, but I don't have any suggestions right now.
If I was her, if I was writing this, I'd have her go, I feel, like every time she says something.
Admiral Williams here. What can I do for you, Captain?
What's your assessment of our recent performance?
The Enterprise's presence in this region has set a lot of minds at ease, but I'm still concerned about the Romulan activity in the area.
Hi, Timmy.
Look sharp, Captain.
Timmy's in my feed. Timmy says, hi. Hey, that boy, Jason. Alright. I know what my current orders are. We're on patrol. Yeah, what's going on?
What is the current situation, Admiral? Is there anything in particular we should be aware of?
Actually, things are relatively quiet right now. The only cause for concern is all the Romulan activity in the area.
Picard out.
By the way, I clicked on it without saying anything. You can click on Picard at all kinds of places, so you can tap his comm badge to activate comms. You can astronavigate. You can activate your own tactical console, but I don't. I keep this game on what they call ensign mode, but the way I see it, it's just that I don't want to play their bullshit like 3D game. Oh yeah, happy 4th of July, everybody. I don't want to play their bullshit 2D game, so I just have the computer do it. I mean, that's what it's about, right? I mean, you never see Captain Picard unless things are really dire taking over, so I let them do stuff. Alright, let's see. Let's talk to our three new people before we move on.
Captain Picard, can you help us contact a Vulcan archaeologist named Shinnok? He may possibly hold the key to the discovery of the Lawgiver's 5th scroll.
Ooh, the Lawgiver's 5th scroll.
Who is the Lawgiver?
His real name was Avatrunai, and he was the architect of Geridian society.
Her name was
His
Pearl
scrolls
Forrester.
became the cornerstone of our entire culture.
What is this 5th scroll you mentioned?
Let me give you a bit of background. Geridian society is a rigid structure consisting of two distinct classes, the patricians and the plebeians. For the past 1,000 years, that structure has been governed by the laws derived from the 4 sacred scrolls.
Hey, Gabby, can I have a crazy
scroll
straw?
outlines our code of honor. The second describes the relationship between the military and the government. The third defines the principles of our religion. And the fourth
Okay, yeah.
enumerates
Blah,
the
blah,
privileges
blah, blah.
and the responsibilities of the patrician class.
But you speak of another scroll.
According to legend,
Ooh,
the
crazy
lawgiver
straw.
also wrote a 5th scroll defining the rights and privileges of the plebeian class, which were not explained in the other scrolls.
So they got no rights at all? Okay.
What makes you think Shinnok can help you?
My studies indicate that the followers ended up somewhere in what is now Federation space. But because our governments are not on friendly terms, I could never follow up on that research. But the Vulcan scholar Shinnok lives in the Federation and has made extensive studies of our history. I believe he may have vital information that will help us locate the followers.
Why are you so interested in this 5th scroll?
I am a scholar, Captain. My interest is purely academic. Lucana, on the other hand, is a social revolutionary. She hopes the scroll will inflame the underclasses to rebellion.
How would an ancient scroll do her any good?
The patricians stopped the lawgiver before he could reveal his 5th scroll. The lawgiver and a few of his disciples, known as the followers, left Gerrid in 5 spaceships to start their own colony. No trace of them was ever found, and the story gradually took on mythic proportions. The 5th scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Gerrid's history. Even if you don't agree with Lucana's goals, I urge you to talk to Shinnok and help us find the scroll for science's sake.
Might as
This
well.
could be an intriguing quest.
A call to adventure? I don't know if I'll make my decision now, so I'll just tell him that I've got other things to do.
If you'll excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
talk to
I feel I should
Arvat.
apologize for my mother's actions, Captain.
Your mother?
Yes. My mother is Pentara, the captain of the Asirum. It was her vessel you confronted when she had my scout ship in her tractor beam.
Why is your own mother trying to kill you?
She is only doing her duty. I know she doesn't want to kill me, but she is under orders to prevent Lucana from finding the lawgiver's fifth
You
scroll.
nailed it, Troy.
Why are you so interested in this fifth scroll?
Because I believe in Lucana's crusade. Even though I was born a patrician, Lucana has made me aware of the plebeian suffering. The fifth scroll would give them a more honorable place in Garidian society.
I sympathize with your cause, but I must inform you that the Federation will not take sides in Garid's domestic politics.
And we are not asking you to do so, Captain. When the time comes, we will fight that battle ourselves.
Alright. Now there's only one woman to talk to. What do you want to bet? I'm going to click on this, and she's going to go, "Ah, Captain, you got it." I'm guessing. I don't quite remember, but I bet she's going to yell at me.
Captain Picard, my
There
name
she
is
is.
Lucana. On behalf of the oppressed underclasses of Gared, I'd like to thank you for
Oh,
rescuing
never mind.
us.
She's being nice.
Don't thank me too quickly. You have illegally entered Federation space, and this ship
And
is
Picard's
not a
being the
haven for
dick.
criminals.
I am not a criminal, Captain. I am only seeking justice for my people.
Very well. You may stay on board the Enterprise until we have sorted this matter out.
Do not dismiss me so quickly, Captain. The fate of all Gared is hanging in the balance.
Why do you say that?
I am searching for the fifth scroll. It's the only way to give the plebeians the freedom they deserve.
Yeah, you gotta be good to the plebeians.
Who are the plebeians?
They are the underclasses of Gared, forced by law to serve the patricians, their masters for the past 1,000 years.
Sympathize for the cause, Federation. Alright, that's... we might as well
Why are
ask.
you so interested in this fifth scroll?
Finding the fifth scroll will free my people from tyranny because the scroll gives the rights to the plebeians, Gared's lower classes. That's why the government doesn't dare let me succeed.
I honestly don't get your joke. Dat Boy says he was playing Undertale game and there was impasta. Or there was an impasta. I had to read it out loud. Yeah, okay. I guess that's a joke. Alright.
If you'll excuse me, I have other duties to attend to. Perhaps we can talk again later.
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Hey, Majel. You can read all about the Enterprise and its systems. Alright, so I guess I have to go to astronavigation. Oh, I don't remember how to do this.
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
Culture Federation, Borg, nope, that's no good. Alright.
Any suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
No, no, resume. I can read over the old conversations, I don't remember that, that's pretty cool. Man, I might have to look this up. I remember there being a thing. Just look at the view screen while I think about it. It's so peaceful. Alright, let's see here. I'll have to go to astronavigation. Display.
Romulan space not displayed. Romulan space displayed.
Okay. Bridge.
Mr. Worf, your analysis.
Captain, we should check our orders from Starfleet.
No, we already done that.
Raising shields.
Oh! No, don't do that. Didn't mean to raise shields. Didn't mean everybody got upset. Alright, let's see here.
Primary core access enabled. Systems online.
No. So navigation. Oh, maybe there's just only 2 places I can go. No, I can go anywhere. Boy, that is tiny on my screen, you guys. Comm relay, boy. Alright, I know what I'll do. I'll talk to...
The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history. Even if you don't agree with Lucana's goals, I urge you to talk to Shinnok and help us find the scroll for science's sake.
I have decided to visit Shinnok and see whether he can help you regarding the fifth scroll.
Thank you for agreeing to visit Shinnok, Captain. The fifth scroll could be the greatest social discovery in Garrett's history.
Okay, we'll head out at once.
Understood. We will be underway at once. I will let you know when we arrive. Mr. Worf, inform Starfleet that we will be assisting the Garidians in their search.
Aye, sir.
Computer, what are the current whereabouts of the Vulcan archaeologist Shinnok?
According to Federation Archaeological Survey records, Shinnok is currently excavating ruins on the planet Horst 3.
Set course for Horst 3, Warp 5.
Aye, sir.
Engage.
There we go. That's how it goes. I love ensign mode. Ensign mode means that the captain tells everybody else what to do and they do it. That should really be captain mode, and ensign mode should mean you have to do it all yourself.
Captain, we are receiving an emergency transmission from Simcoe 4.
Simcoe 4?
Simcoe 4?
Isn't there a research center there?
Yes, sir. The work at Merton's orbital station focuses on power generation. The researchers there are among the best in the Federation.
On screen. This is Captain Jean-Luc Picard of the Federation Starship Enterprise. How can we be of help?
Oh,
Captain
that
Picard,
haircut is not working
Dana,
for you.
Chancellor of Simcoe. We are in need of immediate assistance. Merton's orbital station has been attacked by an unknown vessel and does not answer our hails.
Attacked? But the station is a purely scientific facility.
Is the attacking vessel still present?
We do not know. Whoever or whatever they were, our sensors did not detect them.
I'm sure it's
Perhaps it was a cloaked Romulan vessel.
I doubt the Romulans would venture this far into Federation territory. The risks are too great.
Captain, you must hurry. The attack has destabilized the station's experimental power core. We don't know how long we have until a core breach. But I can tell you the resulting energy release and radiation will be catastrophic.
Dude. You're way
what
too
about
upset.
survivors? Did anyone get off the station?
We detected several escape pods, but we haven't recovered them yet. The pods we detected could hold only a few dozen. There are hundreds aboard the station, including families.
Set course for Simcoe 4. I hope it's not too late.
Thank you, Captain. I hope you arrive in time.
We'll do our best. Picard out. Dr. Crusher.
Crusher here.
Doctor, we may shortly be taking on a large number of wounded, possibly hundreds.
How much time have I got?
Not enough, I'm afraid. Picard out. Miss LaForge?
Yes, Captain.
We're en route to Merton's orbital station. They've been attacked, and they're going to need immediate assistance.
Gotta go to the
See what you can
Merton's
find
orbital
out about that
station.
experimental
Mr.
power
Mertens
core.
is
I'll see what I can
very
dig up,
friendly
but
and easy to
Simconians
work
do
with.
some
His son
advanced work.
Finn's the
May
big
take a
liar,
while
is
to
what I
figure
heard.
it all out.
Then I suggest you work quickly. Millions of lives on the planet's surface may be at stake. I expect a full analysis of the situation and our options as soon as we're within sensor range.
Yes, sir.
Engage.
Every time they click back to the bridge, by the way, Riker comes back, and he happens to be coming back from the bathroom. Like, that's where the bathroom is. It's over there by the conference lounge, the magic meeting room. So every time he comes back, I imagine that, not that he's gone to the bathroom, but he keeps trying to slip away, and he's like, "Oh no, we can wait. I'll just come back. It's fine."
Captain's log. We have arrived at the Simcoe system in response to a distress call regarding Merton's orbital station. The station was apparently attacked by unknown forces, leaving it in danger of a power core breach.
We're within sensor range of the Merton's orbital station, sir.
On screen. Miss LaForge?
The Forge here.
Report. What is the condition of the station?
You're looking at what's left of the Mertens Orbital Station, one of the largest research centers in the Federation. The focus of their work is on power generation. 5 years ago, they built the prototype of an experimental power core, and it's been running the station ever since.
Power generation studies? That doesn't warrant an assault like this.
I've been in contact with Starfleet headquarters. Power generation is only part of what this station studies. For several years,
Why wasn't I part of that
researchers here
conversation?
have been working on new ways to detect cloaked vessels.
If the Romulans discovered this, they might have risked a raid. The Simconians did not detect the attacking ship. It may have been cloaked.
That's speculation, Mr. Worf. We have no proof the Romulans were involved.
Well, whoever it was, something powerful punched through the station's shields and sliced off an entire research wing.
What do you mean, sliced off? There is insufficient
Sliced
debris
off.
in the area to indicate that the missing section was destroyed. It is possible the attackers simply removed it.
Geordi, could that be what destabilized the power core?
No, and that's what I can't figure out. Damage to the upper deck should only cause minor problems, but I'm reading serious power fluctuations. Maybe serious enough to breach the power core's containment field.
What will happen if the containment field fails?
I can't say for certain, but with the amount of energy that thing can put out, I wouldn't want to be around it when it goes.
Is there any way to shut down the core?
There's a fail-safe mechanism which is supposed to jettison the core automatically in an emergency.
I'd say this qualifies as an emergency. Why wasn't the core jettisoned?
The only way to prevent it is by manual override. Someone has to be there to stop it.
That means there's someone still alive in there. Data, are you picking up any life signs?
The station's shielding is interfering with our sensors. I cannot tell if any of the crew are still alive. However, life support is still functioning. But power readings indicate that it may fail at any time.
Dr. Crusher,
Crusher here.
we are nearing Mertens Station. Are you prepared for casualties?
My staff is ready to do double shifts. We can handle about 330 emergency cases, but we'll have to beam the rest down to Simcoe.
Understood. What is your recommendation?
We can't do anything from here, but to get an away team aboard, we have to find a way through those shields.
I believe I have a solution. The station's
Thought you
upper
might.
shields are badly damaged. If we establish a lock on a transporter on the upper decks, a transporter beam could penetrate the weakened shields.
Once we're in, we should be able to jettison the power core. Then we could lower the station's shields and evacuate the wounded.
Very well, number one. Make it so.
Geordi, I want you and the rest of the away team ready to go in 20 minutes.
We'll be there in 10.
I said 20, Geordi. All right, let's see here. Let's go
Any
through everybody.
suggestions, number one?
I'm sorry, Captain, I don't have any suggestions right now.
Well, if he doesn't have any suggestions, then it's time to go. Hey, I can go to the holodeck.
Beam down coordinates selected.
I know at one point I can select who beams down. This first level might not let me, but later on I should be able to, unless the ensign mode stops that. Alright.
These power surges are serious. Without a stable power source, we'll lose life support. These power surges are serious. Without a stable power source, we'll lose life support.
Alright, let's switch that over to Geordi, see what he says.
All primary subsystems are down. Inertial dampers, life support, no telling how long until these power surges overload the backups. We'd better hurry. All primary subsystems...
Alright, let's just go. Let's leave right now. Now I'm not particularly good at these kind of games, so I will often leave. Okay. I will often not notice that a pixel needs to be looked at. Just FYI. In case you've ever played this game before, you may be like, you're missing everything. Yes, I am.
It didn't work.
Maybe I should start shooting things.
I don't think that's a good idea.
Talk back to me. Oh, I remember this. Let's go this way. Go take a look at that power line that's down. There's going to be a creature that's scanning the power line, hungry for energy or something. Okay, he's got his own detection, I guess. By the way, this game
I've
takes...
got to talk to the engineers who built this place. The entire hull is lined with a liquid titanium-duranium alloy in a memory gel suspension. It's completely self-sealing.
You mean the station heals itself?
That's one way to put it. The attack caused major structural damage. If this were any other station in the Federation, we'd be standing in a vacuum.
I'm glad we're not. This game, by the way, takes 2% of my CPU. I'm able to play this game and capture it and stream it, and then watch the stream back with using no processing power at all. So let me know if it's jittery. I don't expect it to be. Oh, there's a lady there. Let's get the doctor out and start getting some scanning on.
I'm getting some life signs, but they're not good. She needs medical attention immediately.
Oh, it's a good thing you're a doctor.
I can't do anything for her until we get that cable out of the way.
Alright. Mr. Worf, you're a pretty beefy guy. Why don't you move that cable?
It is too heavy.
Okay. Maybe if you cut a part off.
The cable has been cut through.
Neat.
She cannot be treated unless we move the cable. However, there is a risk we may injure her in doing so. It is too heavy.
I didn't realize I had a medical tricorder. Okay, everybody come over here. Shouldn't have to tell you guys this, but... Alright. Use the medical tricorder on the lady.
She's got multiple fractures in both legs. The bones in the lower part of her left leg are shattered. She's in shock and there's some internal bleeding. All things considered, she's very lucky. I can take care of the worst of her injuries here, but I'd like to get her to sickbay. There's no need for that.
I need to talk to the trap lady? Okay. Well, that part's cut. Let's switch over to somebody else.
I'd sure like to get a look at that power core. Just one of these conduits could handle the entire energy output of the Enterprise. I don't see anything special about it. We can't move this section, it's still too risky. But it might be small enough to transport.
Ah.
Looks like that was their primary communications line. That would explain why they couldn't answer our hails.
I was going to make a comment that testing experimental power cores was a good idea, but then I realized they did it in a space station. Like, what more do you want? I'm going to walk back and use that transporter I found earlier. I bet I can lock onto it now. Alright, Jordy, work your magic. Where's Chief O'Brien when you need him? Hopefully beaming her up won't be a problem. I did disregard some safety warnings just now. I'm sure she's fine.
She's dead.
Oops.
We shouldn't have used this transporter, not with all the energy fluctuations.
I killed her! That's awesome! Oh, man. I am the best at starfleeting. Well, at least I can walk by now. I can't wait for Picard to be like, what do you think of our recent progress? Admiral Lou's gonna be all, really? You disregarded the beaming her up will kill her warning? If I was playing by myself, I'd load a save game.
It's not working.
You know, I've been ignoring that. Oh, I don't have data with me. Okay. Jordy. Scan.
That's a high-capacity data transfer cable, probably a main communications line. Readings show damage characteristic of a phased plasma beam. This cable's built for handling information, not energy. I'm surprised it didn't just vaporize when it was hit.
Well, I guess I'll just walk around it. Gonna use this turbo lift. Go down to this. Let's go to engineering. He was really eager to see the. Oh,
amazing! It's using a plasma suspension beam to draw energy straight out of the main conduits. It didn't work.
Unknown subject, composition, iron, silicone, water, unidentified components, less than 1% of gold, blah blah blah. Energy none. Huh. Subject is naturally occurring interplanetary debris. Well, that ain't right.
Wait a minute. I had readings of neutronium hull and internal energy, but now all I can pick up are natural elements. It's sending false readings to our tricorders. It's like a chameleon. It disguises itself perfectly. If we weren't here to see it, we'd never know it was here. It could probably fool our ship sensors just as easily. This chameleon field seems to take a fraction of a second to adjust to new scanning frequencies. If I set the tricorder to randomly shift frequencies at high speed... There. I'm getting a partial reading now.
Let's see here. It's versus made-up stuff. Deeper scan if possible. Plasma suspension beam. Evidence of phaser compatibility. Subject is warp capable. Origin unknown.
Yep, it's a neutronium hull, all right, and a powerful energy source. I've never seen that much power in such a small package before.
You know what? This is a time for action. Oh, it didn't do anything. Oh, that's why. Max it out. Good job, Mr. Worf. I'm sure those two will be fine.
He's stunned. He's stunned.
Yeah, that's funny. Okay, let's walk this. Oh!
Ah!
Well, it's up to you, Geordi. Let's get out of here. Oh, we're in an adventure game, and there's lots of doodads. We're gonna need them all.
It didn't work. I don't see anything special about it. I don't see anything special about it. I don't see anything special about it. It didn't work. It didn't work.
Control panel. See what we got here. Initiate temporary shutdown. Oh, okay. Let's go out there and see what happened with the temporary shutdown. Nothing.
It didn't work. I don't see anything special about it.
Phasers probably won't hurt that hovering machine, but turning off its power might. Let's try a temporary shutdown of all power to the third conduit group.
We do not have sufficient weaponry to destroy the intruder.
Alright. Got Geordi doing all the work around here. They said shut down the third power group. Ah, there we go. Did I shut down the power or flush the John? Bye.
The Fortune Enterprise. Did you pick that up?
We have detected a small object departing the station at high speed. Sensors identify it as a small asteroid.
You've got to be kidding.
Apparently, this object is capable of sending false readings to our sensors.
That asteroid is a sophisticated device. It's using a chameleon field to send false readings to the sensors.
Interesting. The object has accelerated to warp speed.
I have never played this game with the worst possible scenarios. I think I'm going to start doing that. Let's leave the station to die.
Emergency transport.
Until the station's shields are lowered, the only transporting possible would have to originate from on board the station.
Beam us up.
Just leave the body there.
Prepare for pursuit. Warp 8. Engage.
It's totally going to get away, too. And then that station's going to...
It has entered an asteroid field. Sir, the object has altered its composition.
Explain.
Sensors now indicate a lower mass and different element structure.
Like a chameleon, it's changed its appearance to blend in with its surroundings.
Just like it did with our tricorder.
It is changing speed erratically. I'm having difficulty discerning it from the other asteroids. I'm sorry, sir. I have lost contact with the object.
I'd like to meet whoever built that thing.
As would I. In the meantime, we have work to do. Helm, take us back to Merton's station. Engage.
Come on, let Merton Station be destroyed. I guess not.
Beam down coordinates selected.
I'm just going to take all this gear back with me, too. That's awesome.
Looks like a flux router of some kind. Looks like a phase inverter coupler. It's a variable pulse negator. It's a wave reduction converter. Looks like a plasma shunt. It's a graviton probe. It's a variable pulse negator. Looks like a flux router of...
Okay. Come on, Riker, pick up the pace. Faster, buddy. I'm actually thinking this might be where I leave it. Been running about 45 minutes and I gotta go pee. Hi, Boy George. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you like all this Star Trek action. Can't walk that way. Ah, administration.
It's dead. Power surges have disabled most of the station's primary systems. It's dead. A lot of these systems are out. It's Lieutenant Worf, the ship's security chief. I think we're in luck. This life support console's still active.
Well, let's go use it. Let's go turn it off since we're the evil versions of us now. Evil S's.
Looks like a power surge knocked out the holotable. I could fix it if we had more time, or if I had a flux router, I could bypass the damage completely.
Oh, I have a flux router. Neat.
It didn't work. Look at this damage report. Only a few very specific sections were hit. No random damage at all. This wasn't an attack. This was surgery.
What do you think we should do?
If we're going to stabilize the power core, we'll have to do it from engineering.
Oh, okay. Let's go stabilize the power core then.
It didn't work.
Well, maybe another time. Let's go ahead and save. And save.
Captain's log supplemental. A Garidian warbird has violated the neutral zone in pursuit
I guess
of
that
a
lady
scout
lives
ship.
after all.
The fugitives may be seeking political...
I accidentally loaded it, but that's enough for now. I'll be back, maybe even a little bit later today. You guys have a good one.